az meg leelőz. És akkor bevág előtte, hogy menjen. Hello! Give me some time to read this message because I'm driving at the moment. So when it's a red light, I can read it so I can get back to you. Right. Yeah, I'm fine. Domi. Micsoda Domi? Ez a Barabás Domi? I know a friend called Domi. It's a friend of mine in Austria. I'm not sure it's you. So which kind of Domi are you? Is it Domi? Barabás Domi? Or a Crash Test Dummy? Or what is this exactly? Let me know. I'm pretty sure if we had contact, you remember. From Scotland? Oh, wow. I must remember you, obviously. But the name Domi doesn't say anything to me. Can you tell me a little bit about Scotland? Where do we meet, or what happened? Because that name Domi doesn't really connect me to Scotland. So, yes, I've been in Scotland, absolutely, 3 times. So, who are you then? Please tell me. Oh, yeah, yes, man, of course. How are you? Of course I remember you. I just been to Scotland for 2 months, man. I spent all September and all December, all November there. But I changed phone, and obviously my other WhatsApp died, so your number is gone. But of course I remember you, absolutely. How are you? I don't know if you have my... Oh, fantastic, nice one. Yeah. I had a lovely time. I went there mushroom picking, but then I met with a couple of amazing people who introduced me to a fisherman. And obviously, of the videos that he took me out there, we caught lobsters, and I discovered an oyster bed. So had a lot of oysters, shrimps, velvet crabs, brown crab, lobster, all sort of stuff. Yeah, I found some mushrooms as well. I dried a few of them. So it wasn't. I mean, it's not great for mushrooms. Scotland is fantastic for mushrooms, but mushroom wise, it didn't fulfill my needs, to be honest. Mushroom wise, it didn't fulfill my needs at all. I found some species, but what is good, man, I started writing. I started writing some really awesome stuff, and if you want to read it, I'm very happy to send it to you. So if you want to take my number down now, have a piece of paper ready. I say it through, and then send me a WhatsApp on my new number, and then I can send you those links for my writing. I write about my life, and I also write children books, and I also write new powerful song lyrics. So maybe it will entertain you. Would be nice. So the number is 079 41 6109 19, and just send me a WhatsApp, and you will be well entertained. So Scotland was very powerful for me to be there. I learned a lot about myself. I've been 2 months on my own. Furthermore, obviously, I took up the writing, and that was one of the reasons I went there. I learned a lot about fishing, about the only thing I could not manage, which cheesed me off. I couldn't catch a rabbit. I had a rabbit trap with me and everything, but those rabbits are smarter than I thought. So, Domi, could you manage to write a number down? So please say back yes or no. And if you have the number, then I'm expecting a text, and I will send you some nice some writing of mine, and let's say maybe you enjoy them, and it definitely will entertain you. So I'm running the camera while I drove the kids off for some what is it, ASMR, and okay, no problem. I said nice and slow. It's 0 7 9 4 1 9 6 1 0 9 1 9. Yeah, and another thing, what I meant to tell you, as I said, the number is on the phone, which I'm not using anymore, so it's dead with the battery. You know that blue shoe you sponsored for my kid. Now this is not growing out, but it is a high quality shoe. It has nothing, no scratches, nothing. So it's good for my little boy now, who also plays football. So it's just I meant to tell you. I meant to tell you the other day. The big boy said, "Listen, my dad is really pushing me." So we had a look. So it's finished. So we got him another one, and my little boy got the blue one now from the big boy. He's over the moon, of course, because he has his brothers. He has his brother's shoes now. So the legend still lives on. From the donation you made, what was a year ago, I think, or something like that. In pandemic, yeah, it was a year ago. Yeah. Apart from this, everything is fine. How are you doing? The wonderful world we live in, yeah. 4 miles, 1.5 hours every single morning. Love it. I couldn't imagine anything nicer than that. It's like seriously, it's like being in prison, man. I really consider moving to Scotland, big time. Oh mate, seriously, thank you very much. Oh, this is too kind. Domi, that is really nice, man. Oh, this is amazing. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. Very kind of you. Right. So what I was on about? I thought a lot about about life, and I got very much inspired. I mean, let's face it, how can anyone in the right mind be inspired by something like that? 1.5 hours for 4 miles, sometimes more. Look at this life every single day like rats. And yes, I am complaining, absolutely, because I want to move. I want to move up to Scotland. That's precisely what I want to do. But unfortunately, I'm not on my own. I have the kids. I have my partner. You know, I can't just make a decision and say, listen, everybody packs up and go. I can't do that. But I really, really want to break out of here as soon as possible. So I'm working on it. I'm working on it hard. But I think next year is gonna be the year. Has to be. Has to be. By 25, we need to be gone from here, because this is prison, man. This is prison. Every single morning. And the weird thing that I know exactly that on the 8th of December or next year on the 5th of January, it's gonna be the same. It's gonna be the same. I know that already, that in 5 years' time it's gonna be the same. It's gonna be just as clogged, just as bad. Okay, maybe not as bad in 5 years' time, because there is one positive thing. Now, a lot of cars getting electric, so we don't have to smell that gasoline, which is obviously puffed out by all the cars, including ours, of course, because we live like very close to this busy street. So it's obviously very problematic for the kids. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more, and certainly, I think Dumfries is sort of place where we would, where my partner also would consider, because it's we don't want to do like 100% countryside. So Dumfries and suburbs, uh, maybe rent just to start off with, to see what happens, and then slowly, hopefully, with time, we would be able to buy something. But renting is for now. Just let's see how the people take us. We mixed race family. So I mean, the Scottish general, we've been there 3 times. They're very, very peaceful, and very, very nice people. So that we have no issues. Where we definitely don't want to move is Wales. We've been there on holiday. I don't think they welcomed us that well. So Wales is not something. The island would be another option, but that's again quite far. So I think it's gonna be around the Dumfries area. 300 miles from London, a little bit over 300. That's doable. Because of course, yeah, no, I agree. I agree with the Highland. No, yeah, I completely agree. And it's extremely cheap up there, but that's quite far. That's quite far. And my partner, as well as me, we do have still some connections in London. We can't. So every now and then we might have to come back. Of course, I mean, we could fly back from Inverness. So that's no excuse. So everything is on the table. But I think Dumfries already would give us enough. Enough countryside, because I want to continue the football for the boys. I want to continue whatever I can, educate them, whatever they go to dance classes and all this. I want to give them an opportunity to try many things, and then hopefully they come up with something where they become extraordinary. And if not, then I don't care what they do. I really, if they want to be, if they want to be cleaning streets, right? I don't care, as long as they're extraordinary. Like, take one brush and clean up 200 square kilometers of street in a day. You still can make money with swiping streets, but you need to be good whatever you do. So I don't care what they do, as long as they're good in what they do. There is my support to them. And as I said, the complete countryside, I don't want to take the opportunities away. Dance class, drama, karate, all this stuff for them to see. And the big boy is full on football. So that's he needs to carry on like that. I don't know if that is enough talent what he's got at the moment. He definitely got the right shoes, that's for sure. So thank you very much. That is for sure. So on the shoe, he can't complain. Um, and yeah, so we will see. We will see which direction the whole thing goes. But I mean, look at that. I mean, you watch this video. Look, I moved 300 meters. So there's an accident, nice one. Well, not nice one, but he's gonna now block. He's gonna be blocking now for. That's what I'm saying. So the 1.5 hours for 4 miles is in ideal scenario. Yes, absolutely, correctly, 100% agree. The nature is definitely one of my favorite things, and the amount of education I can give them. I mean, imagine you know about mushrooms. Okay, it maybe sounds stupid to other people, but if you know about mushrooms, and that's just one thing, mushrooms, yeah, you're never gonna die in the forest ever, because there are winter mushrooms, there are summer mushrooms, there are fall mushrooms, autumn mushrooms. There are all sorts of mushrooms. So you know about mushrooms, you know 20 or 30 species, you're not gonna die. I mean, that's pretty powerful, isn't it? Because there are forests where you can't catch anything else. There are no berries, there are no animals, there are no hares, there are no rabbits, there are only mushrooms. So boom, you sort it. Now, you know about birds or plants or other animals, you're not gonna die either. It's just, and this is quite handy. And not that we have to hunt. But I'm saying, in a worst case scenario, end up in a sticky situation. I mean, mushrooms you eat, bang, you're gonna be alright. You always will be able to find a piece of aluminium can in a forest thrown away, or something, where you can heat a little bit of well water, and off you go. You cook them, and you're ready to go. And you're not gonna be dying. This is what I'm trying to say. So as simple as that, really. As simple as that. So I want to teach them as much as possible. But we have to see. So it's definitely nothing this year. Next year we will see. But 2025, I think this is the year we really have to aim for, and just move to Scotland. Dumfries, suburbs of Dumfries, maybe around 10-15 miles, because in Scotland driving 15 miles. In Scotland, driving 15 miles is precisely nothing, right? It's 20 minutes. Here, 50 miles can take a half a day. Now, half a day, and that's just one journey. Because this is my trip back from the school run. Now, on the way there, I already 1 hour. So it's getting to lunchtime. Well, I'm exaggerating a little bit, but by the time I'm at home, I parked up, I sorted everything out. By going inside, it's gonna be just a couple of hours shy of lunchtime, right? And then when I sit down doing some work, I have to drive back, because at 2 o'clock I have to leave to make it there for 3. It's like, but people will say, okay, why are you complaining? Why don't you just move? Yeah, I explained. It's not that straight. If I would be like Footloose and Fancy Free, I would leave tonight. I would pack the van and go. But I can't do that anymore. You can't just take the kids. Oh, don't worry, you're gonna live in the van. You can't do that. On my own, I can do it. Not that I prefer it, but I can do it. But with the family, it's a pain in the it's a pain in the water. It's just a crazy place. Crazy place. Yeah, of course, absolutely, I agree, and not just, and to be honest, to be frank, it's not just years ago, because to the very day, there are communities, okay, maybe not in Europe, but I'm pretty sure also in Europe, who completely live off the land. I mean, there are many traveler communities living on rural places. They still hunt. Okay, maybe they don't pick mushrooms, but they still shoot a rabbit or a deer or something. And places like South America, the Amazon, there are plenty of people, African jungles, plenty of people who live. And now this is another business in London. Look at that. Check this guy out, right? Now, every single day he's there. He's screwed up by a criminal gang, so it's not he's completely done. It's not he wasn't born like that. He's done like that. Okay, so he walks around the street begging, right? And then at the end of the day, look, he doesn't want to come here because he knows he's on camera now. So on the end of the day, he makes his 250 or 300 pounds, right? Playing the clown, right? And then the gang comes. That's modern slavery. It puts him into a dungeon, and Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's on something, but not by choice. He's put on something by criminal gangs. They come here, pick up his 300. They makes around 350 pound a day, every day. If the police comes, of course, as long as everybody's concerned, it's an idiot. Well, he's not really an idiot. He's just made like that way. They get the 350 off of him. They give him a bowl of soup, and dump him in a room with 10 or 15 other people, criminal gangs, Albanians, Romanians, Bangladeshi, everywhere. You know, the scam of the scam. Pakistani gangs, a lot of Eastern Europe, of course, involved, and, uh, and that's it. And that's it. And police, what you gonna do with him? You wanna lock him up? It's gonna cost you money. He has no papers on him. You know, okay, you can follow him back to his place, but God knows, he goes in one car to the other car. Maybe he walks, sleeps under the bridge where nobody. I don't know how they do. I mean, one day actually want to hang around and follow him. Let's see what happens. But I don't want to get involved in this, because if someone catches me then following him, I get into trouble as well. So I just, and thousands of them. So all I can do, I can do a story. I can do a story of him. I try to talk to him. He doesn't want to talk because he's able to shut up, obviously. And this is London summed up, for you. An absolute asshole, right? That's it. That's it. So I'm gonna swap the camera because I don't want people now to see where I'm living, obviously. So I'm getting closer to my house. So this is what it is. But thank you very much for checking my videos. I mean, you didn't made any comments, so obviously lost in touch. But I'm glad you're back, and I worked on a little bit on my channel, but I can't get. I'm getting around 100 views an hour, which is okay, but these are the 100 views I'm getting for the past 7 years. Whatever I whatever I try, whatever I do, it's just not getting up, and I'm basically stuck on catch 22. Yes, it makes me a little bit of money, but the amount of time I put in, it you can't. I mean, and if I would see that it goes up a little bit, maybe I have 250 views, then a month later, 2 months later, I have 300 views. 100 views a day, that's it. No more, no less. At night it's around 50. During the day can go up to 150, 200. I have some sparks, yes. I have some sparks. Sometimes you got 5,000, quickly goes up, but in consistency, it's not really powerful. But hey ho, I think positive. It's gonna be a good thing book for my children when I'm dead. What's the word, like? I have me up there. Like a day book. People write a diary, a good diary. They're gonna watch, then they will be able to see what I was up to. So yeah. So I'm gonna park up. So I'm gonna read all your messages, and I'll go back to you. Right. Okay. So let me read all your messages. I read a fair bit of them, but while I drive, I don't really want to. I don't really want to get into trouble with the police. So let me read it. Yeah. If the police comes, this guy can run possibly. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, maybe that's a good idea. Yeah. Yeah, no, yeah, maybe I should do that. Yeah, thank you for the encouragement, Domi. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, maybe I should do, I mean, I'm doing these videos, of course, these live streams for the drop-offs. But then again, if one person watches, I don't want to really. Well, if one person watches, I can already make a story. But I only can make a story if people start ask questions as well. Because for me to have a 30 minutes monologue, that's also possible. But you know, if one person is watching, well, I know for you I could talk like all day long because I know you we on the same wave. You listen and you understand me. But I would need at least 5 6 people tuning in to, and then it would be cool because then people would ask questions and I can ask, I can obviously answer all these questions, and I would be very very happy to take people into London's life. I mean, I'm gonna be doing going to central London more often. What do you mean more often? I barely ever go there, but I'm planning in doing once a week or maybe twice a week. So yeah, I should start that. Maybe that's a good idea because I need people continuously watching to to start making some money. Because yes, of course, this is the reason I'm doing YouTube. Why the hell why am I putting my life on online and show people about mushrooms and teach them, educate them, because I'm such a nice guy, right? Okay, that's one part of me, but I also logically wanna make a bit of money on it. Making a living for me is not going to be possible because my content is just not resonate with people. I'm too. Uh, Hello. Here we go. Here we go. Uh, Hacker, you're more than welcome. It took me ages to figure it out. I'm glad I could. I'm glad I could help you with the situation, and you know I helped. But that's the other thing with the boss link. I helped around 1,000 people, right? 1,000 people got helped that didn't have to throw away their balls. And what happened? From the 1,000, one girl from Washington sent me £4 on PayPal. One girl from the 1,000. Now, nobody's obliged to send me money, but I spent 4 hours, researched the whole internet to figure it out, and sometimes people just say it worked. I mean, what's the point? I mean, that item is worth £250. If you can't fix it, you have to throw out. And the fix was done in 1 second. I'm not saying hacker. I'm not saying you should send me money. But from the 1,000 people, one person sends me £4.99. What's the point for me to do these videos? Then I rather just walk around on the street, talk rubbish, which is meaningless to anybody. I'm still making money. Yeah. So that's the problem with YouTube, and that's the thing I want to come up. I came up already with an idea, but I'm lacking with a programmer. I would need a programmer who would like to work with me to make those kind of videos like the hacker just said, but it would be for money. So we can guarantee you that your Bose link will work again, but it's gonna cost you, the video is gonna cost you $1.99 to watch. Now, if you don't want to watch it, well then good luck to you. But on YouTube, it's completely unfair because you help a lot of people and appreciation most times zero. 1,000 people, one person. She sent me $4.99 on my WhatsApp. Sorry, on PayPal, because she was over the moon. And of course, £450 equipment fixed in 10 seconds because it's just a software thing. But if you know, a lot of people said, "Oh, if I don't find a video, I would have thrown that equipment out." Yeah, I saved 250 quid, so I'm not deserving 1% of that. 250? Not really. Well, okay, cheers, mate. You know. So, but anyway, this is what it is, and now I'm going to go in the house, and I'm going to go online in an auction to um, do some bidding, do some bidding for cars. I do this every single morning. Sometimes you can get a good deal, and then when I have the car, I do a lot of YouTube videos about the car, explain people bits and bobs about the car, and then I can generate more content. So if you guys want to come with me into the house, then you're more than welcome. Yeah. Right. So if you have any questions about anything, you're more than welcome. You're more than welcome to ask. I'm gonna start up the auction, and I'm quite happy to explain to you how it works. If you like it, maybe you can learn something, and you can do the same. Those online auction are everywhere in the United Kingdom. I'm pretty sure they are worldwide as well, and you can get some you can get some you can get some good deals out of them. So I'm taking my little tripod, and then let's start this up. I'm mid late by now. You see, it's 10 o'clock by now. I left the house at 8 o'clock, and all I did, I drove 8 miles, right? I drove 8 miles in 2 hours. This is my life. Yeah, this is my life. Yes, in Africa there are places people don't have anything to eat, right? I know that too. But how does that help my situation? It just doesn't. So let's not talk about this. Let's talk about something else. Let me just show you how it's done. This auction, it can be educative if you're into this kind of stuff. Let me just, yeah, right. Okay, computer on. Let me just quickly sort this out. Takes a half a minute, and then I'll show you exactly what's happening. Right. Well, and that's the thing. Of course, if 2 people watching now, I can create content all day long, not a problem. But I don't really feel to want to talk to myself, right? Any questions? Just ask me. Right. It's a company called BCA. It's like an auction company, and they sell cars. WeBuyAnyCar.com is owned by them, and also Cinch. Cinch is also owned by them. So an absolute ripoff. This is an absolute ripoff, basically, because what happens, they just sell cars which been taken to them by people who buy new cars, or by desperate people who can't afford their payment. And those cars, some of them, I mean, the amount I played with 500 quid, 500 to 1,000. So here's the list of cars. Right, let me swap the camera. So here's the list of cars, and then I go through this list. Let me zoom in a little bit so you can see what's happening here. Well, I have to disagree a little bit, Hacker, because end of the day, for me to do all this research and help you out, how is that an investment? Now, you benefited from my knowledge, and other 1,000 people benefited from my knowledge, but the only person who ever sent me money, and quite a bit of money, it's Domi, right? Nobody else, and that girl, nobody else ever sent it anything. So I can't really say an investment, because how is it an investment? It's good for everybody. It's good for you guys that you benefit from my knowledge, but how is it any way, shape, or form good for me? You see? And now again, I'm teaching. I do it, for Domi. I would talk all day long, because he's a genuine guy. But I'm helping now again people with this, which took me 3 years to figure out, and there's no benefits. But anyway, let me take you through. So here are those cars. And I don't need to check all this because I'm only checking the price. So something like that I can't afford. £7,000, crazy. So I'm just going through this list. My eye already specialized, and I'm not interested in any of this. Now this is maybe a smart. Now this is a smart, which would be okay. It would be okay, price wise, because it's gonna go for between 1,300 and 1,800. But there is, right. So hacker deleted all the messages and dropped out. Yeah. So these are the kind of people, right? But anyway, um, this I'm not gonna go for, because smarts are built for 55,000 miles, 50,000. Now this has already 75,000. This is a dead car. So this is a dead car. That has nothing. This is finished. So you must not go for that. Here's something for 750. Honda, 2 liters, automatic, 104,000 miles. Okay. But 2003. This is 2003. It's a very, very old car. Mercedes, this can go maybe for 800 quid, right? But it has 120,000 miles, 1.8 liters, 2004. It's also quite old. So let's move on. Renault Clio, 120,000 miles. You're not going to touch a car like that. Okay, moving on. Saab, huge car, 2 liters. Volkswagen Golf, 2 liters, 140,000 miles. That's what I'm saying. Those cars are dead. All right, now this is not bad. Citroen Picasso. Yeah. Where is it? Yeah, Citroen Picasso. Now we take the number plate and put them into the website and check out what's going on here. Okay. It had 8 owners, right? Now this is exactly the kind of car you don't want to buy. 8 owners. It's very, very unlikely. Had 6 services, which is good. 6 services. Auto clutch could be interesting if it's still working. Fault, gearbox. Boom, here we go. I just told you. I know that. Eight people drove that car. This is a dead car. This is forget about it. And I knew already something is wrong with it by the time before I got the message. This is experience. You see, now someone watching this and wants to buy cars. Yeah, thank you very much. And that's the way I see it as well. Uh, that's very kind. That's very kind what you say. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate what you're saying. Yeah, I guess just I have to carry on doing what I'm doing. And look, I'm not complaining. It's not that, in terms of, it's not that we don't have anything to eat, but I, all this example, this BCA stuff, to figure all this out, it took me 3 years. Now I put it online for free for people to learn. And what am I getting back? Nothing. But okay, yes, you're right. I mean, I have healthy children. I have a healthy partner. I'm healthy myself. So I have to work on my health. But so I can't complain. But to be appreciated, it would be still nice. And sometimes a great thank you is good. But sometimes people just say that worked. I'm like, come on, man. At least you could have said thank you very much. It worked. But anyway, so that's interesting here. 2004 Ford Focus 1.6 liters. Those Ford Focus do sell. So yes, that's true. Yeah, I agree with that. I can't. As I said, I'm not complaining. Right. So that is certainly 5 services, 90,000 miles. That's about right. Clean report. I'm gonna take that car right away. MOT runs out. That's not a problem. MOT runs out soon, but that's not bothering me too much. Now we have to go through these pictures, have a quick look, like a visual check. All right. Yeah. That looks acceptable. I mean, bear in mind, this is a 16 years old car. The miles are okay. Now this is also another trick with the BCA. They don't put the radio on, so that radio could be gone, right? So that could be damaged. Because if you go and complain about the radio, they're gonna tell you, yeah, but on the picture it's not on, so we couldn't switch it on. It was fault, yeah. But you don't know. Look, the ignition is on, obviously, because the RPM meter is up. So basically, it's a high possibility that this radio is gone. But they wouldn't put it down. It's gone. No. That's how they rip you off. That's the criminality of the BCA, right? Because they show you bits and bobs, yes, but nowhere is mentioned that the radio is gone. And that radio, I can guarantee you, 99% is broken. Now, okay, the car doesn't look too bad. You have here a mechanical report which is clean. That's okay. That's not too bad. That always helps. And you have here another report which is obviously for the body and all this, but nowhere is mentioned, as you can see, nowhere is mentioned that the radio is gone. Now you buy a car, you don't know all this, you're looking forward to it, your first car in your life, and then the radio is fucked, right? Now, this is the BCA, the criminal gang, but we still buy cars from them. So now today at 5 o'clock this auction is on. So I'm gonna definitely, here we go, at 5 o'clock, I'm gonna definitely be bidding for this car, because I think I can get that maybe for £500. Now, if I get it for £500, maybe I can resell it for £600, £700 or £800 if I'm lucky. But this car is definitely something. But one thing you still have to check, one thing you still must check is basically the MOT, because you have to take it to MOT. Now, if the MOT is really, really nasty from the previous year, then don't take it, because then you're not going to make it to MOT. You have to spend a lot of money on the car. Well, it's still no guarantee that you're going to get it, but on a clean MOT, you have bigger chance that you're going to get it. So let's check this out. MOT expiring soon. We know that already. 5th of December. It's actually a quite interesting day. Oh, but that's where the problem is, you see. Clonk from steering. Request further investigation. Rear registration, that's not a problem. Front brakes wearing thin, so that basically you need to change them. Vehicle structure is corroded, but substructure rigidly is not significant, so basically it must have a lot of holes on it. Both rear inner slit and rear axle mount. And handbrake lever travels high, brake record. Now, this is the problem here. Now, if you buy this car now, right, it's due to MOT on the 5th of December. You buy it for 500 quid, you're not going to get an MOT for that, because they're going to fail you. They're going to fail you. And after they fail you, right, you have to spend all this money to fix all this. So the 500 or 600 pound car, which you bought, gonna be now £1,000, and you're not gonna be able to sell it for more than 800. Now, this is the mileage when the MOT was done, and this is the mileage here, which they covered in a year. So they barely drove this car. So the same faults which were on the MOT are still there. So 6 service histories is not necessarily a bad thing. That's positive. That means the car had some sorts of services. So the engine is maybe quite all right. I mean, I tracked it anyway, but I need to put a note down here for me now. MOT soon a mess. So that will remind me that this is a bad thing. 8 services, that's positive, yeah. 8 services is positive. What else we have? 2 owners, 2 keys, that's also good. 2 keys. 2 owners is definitely, 2 owners is positive. So the only problem is here that you have to take it on an MOT, and it's not going to pass the MOT. So this is now up to you to decide. But I would say the maximum I would pay for this car is £450. Now, if I get it for £450, I have to pay still tax on it. So basically, it's £600 is mine. I shouldn't pay more than 400 for this actually, and that's it, because I have to invest. Right, okay, so moving on, next. 240. Citroen, let's do the cheap ones first. Saab. I mean, a Saab is a lovely car, but 2.8 liters. Who is gonna buy a 2.8 liter car? Nobody. Right, all right, that looks interesting. 200 to 400 quid. But I'm telling you, that has some sort of issues. Possibly MOT expired. Possibly the engine light on or something. The mileage is okay, 130,000 miles is not bad. Maybe no service history. That's what I'm saying. This is worse. This is worse than the casino. So this is on at 1 o'clock, so I still have some time. Here we go. So no report. That means anything is possible here. There's a little bit of report here. The glass is 5. What is it? 8, 9. Post scratched, dent. Oh, okay, but it's okay. It's not too bad. I'm not worried about that. 1 owner. Oh, no, that is hot. That is hot. That is good. 1 owner. That is hot. That is hot. Services. Oh, no, I'm up for that. Now this is okay. By 130,000 miles, 13 services. This is a car to look out. MOT. MOT expired. I told you there's something wrong with it, but it's okay. Fault. Engine oil required attention. The engine oil required attention. So basically, you don't want to go down that route, because engine oil required attention means, in a normal language where people don't want to rip you off, it means that the head gasket is gone, right? And the oil is contaminated. What's the word? Contention. So they mix together. My English is not very good. The oil is mixed together with the water, so the head gasket is gone. Because engine oil requires attention, it has nothing to do with the engine oil itself. Possibly a head gasket is blown. Now, if you wanna, still, is it worth £200? It's a bit of a gamble, because if it's really just an engine oil, that means you fill up the oil and you're gonna be all right. Then you're gonna be all right. But how the hell do you know what's inside? So I'm gonna still stick it up, because I can get it for 200 quid. I buy it because it has 1 owner. This is. I mean, look at that. But this is something I can address. I can put a bit of gaffer tape and put it over it, so that's not a problem. But 1 owner is definitely a powerful thing, because it has all the accessories. Now, the engine oil. Now, the good thing is, though, that this car doesn't have an oil dip. So if they say engine oil required attention, then they couldn't have checked the engine oil. So maybe the reason they say it because the lamp was on. So maybe the gasket is not blown at all. It's just the lamp came on, the engine oil lamp came on, but I can't see the lamp being on here. You see? So these are the little tricks these guys playing. But listen, for 200 quid, I'm gonna go for it anyway, regardless. Let me check the MOT. Should be fine. I mean, this is due to MOT, so when you pick this car up, you have to take it to the MOT right away. Hopefully it's not gonna be very messy. Okay, here we go. Right, that's the reason they got rid of this car. So electronic parking brake warning indicator, boom. Offside front door drive shaft joint constantly velocity bolt split or stick. Low suspension bar just covered no longer. Dust cover no longer prevent. Right. Okay, nearest registration lamp. Case of multi lamps or light sources. Nearest oh my god. Tire, front tire worn close to legal limit, worn on age, boom, boom, boom. Nearest plane stick. Right. Okay, well, so this car is pretty much fucked, right? Now, but in this case, since it only had one owner, and that problem I read here, yeah, this can be solved. I don't think that's a big issue here. I do not think this is a big issue here at all. So let me just take this number plate and let me run into another website, and this is how you have to research all these cars to make £50 worth of profit. Yeah, right. So this is the business, man. Yeah, sometimes you make 100, sometimes 200, but sometimes you lose 400. So I mean, to run this business is pretty tough. But what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna evaluate this car, and if that is worth maybe 1200, then I might actually go for it if I can get it cheap, because I can fix it up. Put the 120. What was it? 120. 100 and what? No, I wasn't that car. Come on, where is it? Right, it's 100 and it's 130,000 miles more or less. But let's not use 130. Use the real figure 9300. Right. So now we're gonna evaluate this car. So we're gonna know the exact amount which is worth it if you sell it, basically. So let's do this. Let's do this. Okay. Yeah, and this is the problem. This car is only worth 780 quid. Right. Now to fix all these problems, if you have to take it to a mechanic, to fix all these problems, the website is very slow. Would take around 150 quid, right? Then you have to have the MOT. It's another 50. It's a 200 quid. So basically, for you to make profit on this car, you actually have to buy it literally for £100, because on £100 you have to still pay tax. You have to run around. You have to get the labor. You have to get the parts, and right. So this car should not be sold. Now, buy it privately. That would be cool for private, but that car has a problem, and I already know because I already bought one once. This is the big problem. Yeah, this is a £30 on road tax. It's a lovely car. It would run another 200,000 miles. Fix it up for yourself, for your family. It's spacious. It's cool. It's really nice. With one owner, you're laughing. But the problem is, it's gonna kill you on road tax, and it burns quite a bit of fuel. So therefore we're gonna give this one a miss, unfortunately. too many problems with this for us to continue. So those are all very expensive. Those are all very, very expensive, all of them. We're not gonna deal with those. I mean, if you really want to make money, then you have to buy those cars for fixed 7-8 grand. But I don't want to invest this amount of money. I just want to play around a little bit. But this is not a business which is very profitable. I mean, yeah, it can be, but not for little bottom feeders like myself. So basically, that's pretty much it. Yeah. So this car should sell. Basically, they should give it to you for free. I mean, fix it up privately. That would be a good car for sure. For private use, this is a decent car. It's very spacious. It's very cool. Hyundai Getz. All right, now those are nice. Those Hyundais I like. Let me just quickly see when is the auction for that. Because those... Oh, this is already gone. Oh, see, this is a bad thing. I was too late on that. That was going in the morning. Yeah, that would have been a good one. Those Hyundai Getz, that's easy to sell those. Very easy to sell, but this is already gone, unfortunately. This is the Zetec, which I checked. Has obviously plenty of issues. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, those Golfs. Those Golfs can be cool. Let's see if it's there. Yeah, it's still there. 5 owners, 4 services. All right, has MOT. That's a big bonus. Has MOT. Has a clean check. Okay, that's not bad. Number 10, screen scratch 30 millimeters. So basically you don't want to buy that because that has a screen scratch for up to 30 millimeters. So basically it's going to be very difficult to sell. So with the scratch screen, it's well, I mean, okay, let me have a look. The scratch is not that big, and since it has MOT, oh, leather trim, leather trim, that's okay. Has GPS as well. Oh, lovely. Okay, that's lovely. All right, time to go. Bye bye. Right, okay.